Hi, my name is Samantha Lee. I'm a consultant, and most of my life I've had to deal with anxiety. And I felt so limited because there's certain things that I couldn't do. I couldn't go to social events or gatherings with friends and family, and it just made me feel so guilty.
I'm a wife and mother of two, and as far back as I can remember, I've always lived with depression. It would come in waves, in and out of my life. It made coping with life really difficult at times, especially my relationships.
When I was 15, I was diagnosed with ADD and ADHD. I thought I would never be able to go to college and stay focused enough to make it through.
Hi, my name is Jay Stern, and I've been a professional golfer for quite some time now. I wanted to take my game to the next level. I found myself struggling in the course with my putting. I spoke to one of my fellow pros who's a highly successful golfer and someone I admire greatly, and he told me he was using a technique called NLP. At first, I didn't have a clear idea what NLP was, but I figured if it was helping him, it could help me.
We ought to be teaching them neuro-linguistic programming, how to run your own neurology, rather than your neurology running you. We're in the computer age, right? We've all got computers, and it's like turning your computer on. The operating system is up, and there's a program running. Keyboard's ready to go. It's ready for you to type your story to get the outcome you want. And what happens? Well, lots of us have cats, kids, and we've walked away from our computer. Cats walk across the keyboard, input. Kids come along, oh, this looks interesting, input. People have been programmed by culture, friends, family, well-intended sometimes and sometimes not, programmed by religious systems, political systems, and their own thinking that may not be accurate. And this programming is driving people's behavior, and it may not be the outcome that you want. If you're not getting the outcomes that you want, maybe there's just a bad programming running. So I say, let's password protect that computer, and so that you can be ready to type your story and be in control of your neurology. So the cat's away, the kids are not in this room, and when you're ready to put the input that you want, the belief in yourself to be the best you can be, that's when you can sit down and type your story to have the life you want. Why? Because it's about freedom. The freedom to be the best you can be from your own programming, determining what's right for you, not by someone else's programming, but really being free.
So when I went to Clarity Institute and Pam, it just completely freed my mind. I mean, NLP opened up a pathway to my unconscious mind, and I felt all this anger, anxiety, stress just go away. Pam gave me these tools to completely change my life around. I'm able now to do things that I couldn't do before. I'm able to give presentations to coworkers. I'm able to go to concerts, go to events, gatherings that friends and family were having. And Pam showed me how to really embrace and love life, something that I couldn't do before, and now I can just do it so freely. And I owe all of that to NLP, Clarity Institute, and Pam.
I learned techniques to help calm myself down and was able to stay focused and concentrate without my medication. I'm in my senior year at college, and I can't wait to go out and teach. NLP not only freed me from my anxiety, but it also showed me the pathway that had been there for me all along to achieve my dreams.
I feel I now have an edge on my competitors, and now I know how to utilise my mind as a tool to achieve my greatest success on and off the golf course.
I went to see Pam at Clarity Institute about 6 months ago to do some personal change work, and I was amazed at how quickly we were able to identify where my neediness and my depression were coming from. We were able to identify some negative thought patterns in my mind, and we addressed them right on the spot. I was so happy with the results of NLP. My husband and I decided to go back to Clarity Institute for couples Bashert training and break the cycle of negative behaviors in our relationship. Now, along with our kids, we live in a very happy and healthy environment. Thanks to Clarity Institute, I got much more than I had ever imagined. And I acquired lifelong tools along the way for my relationships and myself.
So Clarity Institute has a variety of workshops available. I offer master practitioner and practitioner trainings, which are typically 9-day trainings. Some of them are weekends, some of them are straight 9 days. And with master practitioner and practitioner training, you get a license signed by Richard Bandler. And so people can come and get NLP training. Who should get NLP training? Everyone, everyone. To have the courage and the confidence to do anything they want. To have the courage to really connect to who they are at their best.
I'm Don Martin, and I'm a financial advisor with a top financial services firm. When I came to Clarity Institute, I was looking for something more than what I was getting. I was fairly happy with my job. However, I wanted to really up my game. I really wanted to be able to reach my clients at a much deeper level than I ever have before. I kept on doing a lot of reading, trying to find ways to be able to get better at it. And a lot of them were very good about describing the problem, but were not very good about really giving solutions. And I found that with NLP, they really came forward and delivered on solutions. You know, while I had a conversation with Pam on the phone, I really got the sense that she was better than the others. So what NLP has done for me in my practice is that I'm able to ask my clients the questions to be able to really get beyond just selling mutual funds and really find out what matters to them the most, and be able to get beyond that initial reaction when you ask questions like, what are the things that matter to you the most? What are your goals? What are the things that you dream about? And once I was able to, get beyond that first initial protest, people did open up, and those are the results that I got. What NLP has done is it's really helped me to have conviction and confidence. So this has allowed me to be able to really get these conversations going and really get good affirmation that, yeah, I really am on the right track and this really matters and I really do make a difference.
We seem to get to know people based on attraction. And what happens from that? You spend 2-3 years with someone and go, okay, well, maybe not this one. And what do we create from that? Baggage. And so we're not really there and available with the best of us for when the right match comes along. And many people wouldn't recognize the right match if we're standing next to them. People have gotten so confused about finding lasting love. So I set about with the NLP tools, and I have an amazing Bashert program. I do public seminars or private Bashert coaching. And if people are too busy to find their match made in heaven, then I'll be their matchmaker for them, and I'll go look for them. And what do? I teach people the book of them, how to effectively communicate first to themselves. What's my hardwiring? And how do I convey who I am at the core of my being to a potential mate? And how do I clearly, quickly, easily understand how they're hardwired to determine, would this be a good match for a lifetime of loving together under one roof? It's the behaviors that drive people apart. If you can't live harmoniously together, love, we know, those of us who have not done it well early in our years, we know that it takes more than love. It takes a behavior that's compatible.
I met Pam one day in Starbucks, and we just kind of got to talking as you do in Starbucks, and she told me what she did, and I was quite interested in it. I started thinking what I'd like to have, if I could have more things, some things in my life that I hadn't had, and you know, time is of the essence for anybody. And so I thought, well, the one thing I really was lacking was a nice partner, a man, a companion. I mean, I'd always thought about it, but I never knew how to go about it. So then I said, well, Pam does these classes. Okay, now's the time. One of the greatest things I learned was I could find someone who has what I wanted and never feel that I compromised. That was a very powerful thing for me to realize. I probably would have not married my husband if I knew about this. Love to me, it's kind of silly, it would be like a warm sweater. When you're not with that person, you could just feel them around you. I feel that so strongly. I feel that when people say, oh, I'm too old to change, I never buy that. Because to me, the most exciting thing is being mature enough to know something you want to change, and you can change it. You don't have to stick to your old paradigms. I recommend Clarity Institute because Pam is living what she is teaching me.